traditional system of worship, he have an edge over adopting another race, way of life and tradition and their spirituality. So that is why if you are in Onyibo, you are following Oyibo man method of spirituality, you are getting it all. But spirituality is one. But following the originality of your people gave you an edge. So what is Igbo spirituality all about? Igbo spirituality is all about Nso. Because Nso is life. Nso Bundo. Abstinence from impurity. Abstinence from negative vibrations. Strengthening your inner power. Our forefathers understand it very clearly. That is why they promote Nso. They promote living in harmony with nature, so that natural power will follow you. If you live your life with keeping natural principles, nobody can hurt you, because the natural forces will always come to your aid whenever anybody wants to hypnotize you, because your hands are clean. Because those negative vibrations they are going to project towards you, we never see any anchor in you in order to firm up. So that's why I preach living a good life worthy of emulation. Igbo spirituality now, some of these things people are doing now is never Igbo spirituality. And I have told you before, and I will keep saying it. What is in the edge of? Why is the edge of? Man of form and don't be deceived if so many people are hiding under Eze-Ana to portray evil. See, by their fruits you shall know them. Always have the full spirit of discernment to understand that a core Eze-Ana person if you are a married woman, you come across anybody that preaches or claim to believe in Igbo spirituality, and the person knows too well that you are legally married, and the person want to sleep with you, that person is evil. You should avoid that person like leprosy. That person is never an Eze-Ana, core Eze-Ana believer. That person might be somebody that hides under Igbo spirituality, maybe is operating with other negative vibrations, which I will not start mentioning today. I told you that it is not by Namadu Barafa or Namadu Nachinzu, but Namadu Jiofonaka. Makana mmadụ ebe o si weta ọfọ oji, ịmarakwa n'ọfọ ihe oji. Ọ bụrụ na mmadụ ji nzu ma ọ bụ edo, that makes the person a practitioner. Some people are working with familiar spirits. Some are working with wishes spirits. It's vice versa. Whether the person claims to be a man of God, or a pastor, a spiritualist, or a teacher, it doesn't actually count. So watch the person closely. Know the type of life the person is living. If the person are one of those people that once they do spiritual work for you, they want to sleep with you, avoid such person. If the person is someone that are into abominable acts, homo, lesbianism, avoid that person. By their fruits you shall know them. Only Eze-Ana practice really core Eze-Ana spirituality must always avoid negative vibrations. If actually what the person is working with is natural vibes. Practicing Igbo spirituality using natural vibes, natural ways, Kobaka Goto has no harm. You that normally ask me if Igbo spirituality doesn't Igbo spirituality have any health effect? My brother, my sister, practicing natural Igbo spirituality does not have any negative effect. Never. Because we are following the natural laws of live and let live. If you know what you will not take from another person, don't do it to another person. So by keeping Ofonogu, truth and justice, you will live long. And after practicing that Igbo spirituality, your family, you have led legacy, good legacy. Your family will be moving from strength to strength. A good natural spiritualist is that person that is in the village. The person might be Dibia or the person might not be Dibia. He's there. Na-ekpe na-atụ nzu, na-atụ edo, na-make declarations of for the well-being of the land and the well-being of his family and unborn children. The person that always stand by the truth. If there is any problem in the village, call him, he will stand by the truth. That person is really a spiritualist. But the problem nowadays is that people normally miss Igbo spirituality and the people that practice occult practices. People that make it negative charms. Mixing all of them together, thinking that all of them are Igbo spirituality. No. No. There is some certain things some people normally do in order to acquire these negative powers, to be doing negative things. Yes. We have many gifts, natural gifts. However, remember we have the counterfeits. Any natural gift has counterfeit. So some people might actually be gifted, but because of their quest to be where they did not merit, they will start to engage themselves from illegal practices, negative vibrations, in order to acquire more power. That power they are trying to acquire is not necessarily theirs. They did not accept, they did not merit that power by maturity. Rather, they try to start to accumulate such powers via the back door. And I can tell you there is so much danger whenever you are following spirituality, following the back door. You are not following the natural principles and the rise by spiritual maturity. Once you try to be at a particular spiritual level without balance, without maturing to that point, you are going to crash. And when you crash, it will be disastrous. So what am I saying in essence is this: know whom you are following. Igbo spirituality is not all about Igbo. To be making charms is science. Yes, it's science. So making charms is all about the ability to make some concussions, then mix up the manipulating vibrations and propel it with a certain power to go and do that negative things without caring if these negative things you're about to do, whether it follows natural principle, which of course you know, as long as it's negative things, you will not follow natural process. So making charms, making occultic practices and other things to reading some certain negative books with negative vibrations in order to acquire some certain level of power have caused lots of disaster to many people, because when you fall from that height, you will not have backing, because where you are climbing, you did not merit it. So I will always warn you, maybe any seekers and newcomers seeking for the truth. If you are seeking for the truth, you want to investigate more of about Eze-Ana, please take it easy. Know who you are following. Stop making charms. Charms is not what you need as a beginner, because you might not know the left and the right, and you might not know the negative implication of what you are about to do or what you are about to enter. Avoid negative charms. Making charms is a different dimension. It's not called Igbo spirituality. So Igbo spirituality has process. Now, in Igbo spirituality, for you to be a priest or Akajiofo, it's easy at all, and you are found worthy by the gods to live long life, to the extent that you will be the eldest in the family for you to be the chief priest. Because Igbo spirituality understands that longevity of life is a blessing. Because that the person have received favor from the gods. So what am I saying in essence? That don't rush. Today I want to speak to young ones coming, because lots of young ones are returning to Eze-Ana, but some of them don't actually understand what the Eze-Ana is all about. Eze-Ana is not get rich quick, it's not get power quick. Those things you are prowling into might consume you because you are not experienced. Some people are going into powers carelessly, and if you want to consume you, it will consume you. Yes. So some people are going into power. That's why me personally, I kick against someone diving into occult practices. There's some occult practices you are not matured to even venture or to investigate, because you are not really spiritually strong and matured enough to dive into that arena, which will eventually consume you. Because as a new person in spiritual matters, you are going into an arena that is beyond your limit. You are making yourself vulnerable to every attack. And if a higher personality want to harm you, the person will harm you, and you will never have any defense. The person will harm you, and you will never have any defense, because you have not matured to that level of protecting yourself naturally. That is why I told people about occult practices. Let me give you this small illustration for you to understand, because that charm is solely for you and for you alone. So you have direct effect on you. But some of the people that if you now see nowadays on social media, you see small boys preaching, bragging about charms. Some of them are just making charms, but they don't know the after effect, long time effect of that charm they are doing. They only know how to get some roots, powerful roots, how to get some powerful leaves, how to get some higher animals, including human parts, to add up in order to move that particular charm is a high chemical. For example, if you don't understand what all this formulation of charms and drops is all about, the same way in a pharmaceutical line, there's some chemicals used to formulate some certain antibiotics. Yes, even to some certain drugs. Is the ability, the mixture of bringing this and bringing that, to mixture it and to give it a certain powers to deliver certain work. So when you formulate those charms, of course, you know charms have duration, because charms are formulated with gross material things that have time and space. So you have expiry date. Yes, nothing or not whatever that is formed from this gross material cannot last forever. Are you following? Because all the content of that charm has beginning and end. It's gross material thing. So one day it will expire. Now, but the thing of the spiritual is everlasting. So what I'm telling you, so bear it in mind that once you put your hand into negative vibration, be it occultic practices, then making negative charms, know it that one day it will expire. Just have this one in your mind. So the consequence of that diving into that side grows as you keep feeding it. Time will come when the thing you are feeding will outgrow you and it become too dangerous for you and your environment. What happened when you keep these charms, big charms you keep nurturing now, when you are no more? Nobody will be able to tame those charms, because don't forget that those charms were actually built because of you. So it will begin to boomerang. So those things are not actually Igbo spiritual. The people normally mix it up. People mix those high vital science into Igbo spirituality in their work, but they're not the same. This is a different dimension altogether. So this is our venturing into metaphysics. It's a different dimension, which no is in a boogity. You see, a day boogity, and jail. Naturally, one of them mystic in nature. They can venture into those strong rain. They can dive into metaphysics. They understand the oppression there, because by their nature, they are like superhuman. But you, a carnal man, and going into those arena because others are going. See you sit up, you that particular arena can consume you. So today I want to tell you that that area you are going is never part of Igbo spirituality. That one is a higher practices you are going into. But be warned that that higher area you are going is not for everyone. And you understand it, because you have anything in creation that has reaction has equal reaction. So, but my point today is that some people are mixing those things up. A good ordinary person is somebody that recognizes the existence of the gods, the powers of his land, and relate them, and be at peace, harmonize, and be at peace with them. That is a constitutionalist, a natural one. Once you are at peace with them, they will always recognize you as their son and always protect you. That one is natural. But when you are diving into another area, let me give you a instance for you to understand where you are going. Imo spirituality is like you understand too well how to swim. Do you know that there are some people that are well skilled via constant training? They can swim. They can swim across Niger. You know, from the Atani side of the Niger, they swim to the other, to Delta State side of Niger. Do you know? Even from the Niger, this on its axis. Some can swim from this one end to the other end via physical strength. Do you know? Do you know that the same terrain that someone swim across, that somebody that is not knowledgeable about how things work in the water terrain, if eventually try it, the person can be gone. The person can go forever. For that venturing into arena that is beyond his capacity. That spiritual arena you are going is like metaphysical area of that spirituality, is beyond what you can comprehend. So I'm here to warn some of you comers that are venturing into those arenas. Let me give you another example. Some people have trained themselves through becoming a vegetarian. You try to train, become master in so many occult training and practices. What is your aim? Your aim is to come to some certain level. However, those levels you want to be, you do not mature by observing the natural laws of keeping in sana. Because by natural laws of keeping in sana, don't trample upon another person's right, and align with your paternal, maternal, and all the forces that comes to this gross material with you. You will be going higher and higher. But some people don't want that process because it might be longer. They want shortcut. For that reason, they will now go and they start occult practices that will even consume them in the long run. Remember, don't think that you are practicing occult master, that you are beyond the structure. It's not true. There is some masters and grandmasters that beyond you. They understand where your strength lies, because it's the terrain that they for a very long time. They master the do's and don'ts. They know exactly what you will do in the power will fail you. Are you following? It's like someone that he doesn't know how to swim. Let me tell you, entering into Okite, entering into dangerous charms, Yibobo and rest of them. Then venturing those Arab Academy, venturing into those charms. They are strong charms actually. If the person that did it actually did the perfect one, there is fake. You know, some people can collect money for you and do one abracadabra and their money is gone. Are you following? But some people can actually do the right one. Once they do that right one, or that, you might not withstand it. It's like you diving into occult practices in order to achieve some certain powers. Let me tell you what you are trying to do. What you are trying to do is, by virtue of that occult practices, in order to uplift your spiritual strength, what you are trying to do is like you want to swim across Nigeria. You doesn't know how to swim, and you go and put on all those swimming jackets, that is swimming aids, including oxygen. Yes, and once you swim, you put on all those swimming jackets and the swimming aids, and now you want to cross the other side of the Niger. With the help of those swimming jackets, even if you don't know how to swim, you eventually come to the other side. Are you following? Though it will not be as easy as you, as easy as the same person. If another person that understands how to swim very well want to cross, the person will cross faster than you. Yes. So what I'm telling you is this: using swimming aids, you are at the mercy of those swimming aids, which your grandmaster, whoever that is higher than you in that phytoscience, that person that is higher than you knows, understand too well that you are a novice in this terrain, and that you are being propelled by those swimming aids. The person can simply do one or two things and you will gone forever. Yes. And once you go spiritually, you have gone physically. What the person will do is just simple: go to your bag, off the oxygen, then use a razor of maybe 100 naira to cut off give some insertable marks on those swimming aids. Okay, you are gone. The same way your life is vulnerable and your life is at the mercy of that your spiritual head, that your spiritual grandmaster, that your dibia that is doing spiritual, that is doing those negative charm for you. Your life is at the mercy. It's mercy. Are you following? So because you don't understand, but the person knows the implication and knows one or two he will do, and you will remain his slave. But why can't you naturally develop and make more friends with entities of powers? Gradually you will have natural power that have no after effect. I'm not saying even olden days, some of our fathers olden days practice this so high metaphysics practices and formulations. Some formulated it to the extent that during their time they did a lot of things that are so great. Yes. So for those things, in using those powers, he achieved so many things that he can achieve in maybe 50 years under 10 years. He draw it faster. But I can tell you, once you dive into that area, it will shorten your life. It will shorten your life. Because the area you dive into is so hard and so strong that you have equal reaction of what you have done. So whenever you are diving into unknown zone, know too well that there is equal reactions attached to those lane you have already dived into. So beware whenever you are diving into those negative vibrations to avoid destroying you. That is my advice to you. So whenever you are swimming with those young water, those aids you are using, remember you are vulnerable. But if you develop that spiritual strength by your own strength, believe in me, with that you can actually defend yourself in those terrain. Whenever you are being attacked by any unseen forces, which is natural, you will be able to defend yourself because you have mastered the terrain. So desist from trying to acquire such powers that you are novice. You don't even know how to handle those powers. But nowadays, some comers in Igbo spirituality preaches that some novice will actually go and die because some of those people that are preaching that don't know the consequence. Don't know the consequence. Yes, because it's a high risk terrain. So my advice for you that know that operating in that high frequency, if to us we call it in on a fast lane, there is consequence in it. Yes, there is danger because where you are, like you are in fast lane, you are like somebody that a young boy that is into kidnapping, into armed robbery. You know you're already on the fast lane. Anything can happen. You can die any moment because you're on fast lane. Onye ka ndị Igbo ji si na ihe onye na-eme ka ọ na-esi anwụ, like onye ma ọgwụ ka ọgwụ na-atụ ire anụ ya, onye ogbu mma na-esi na mma ya ire anụ ya ahụ habits Igbo proverb from the time of Anaya to show you that garbage in, garbage out. If you're on fast lane, then it will shorten your life. Take it from me. Let me run you up here. If you are following those negative and highway paths, your life will be short. That is a simple truth. Others will not tell you, but you hear it from inside because I don't have anything to hide. I will always tell you the truth. Makana. Are you following? So know it that path you are going is not Igbo spirituality. That particular side, metaphysical side you are going, has been there. So it's not your making. It has been there from origin. Are you following? It has been there from origin. So it's the third part you are following. So it's different from something with Christianity. Yeah, I can see some people that are even Christians, but they practice some of those high level of faiths. Now, and some people will be Christians, they belong to occult groups, and they're practicing some high frequency stuff. The same thing with some people that are into Eze-Ana. Even some people that I know some families that their forefathers practice this hyper physics. Let me put it that way. Today they are suffering. And well, so there are some family, their forefathers do those some of those things in order to be great and to be celebrated and to make money. Some their forefathers practice those evil manipulations. Some some did all those high stuff. And today, when those charms and those things become great, on their own, they will begin to be hunting for food. And the person that particular charms was done with his name is no more there. So therefore, and those charms must be maintained. And the word is maintaining. So the charms will keep on checking things, feeding on by himself. So that is my advice. So some of those families are suffering today. If you ask them, they will say, we don't want anything Basara or Eze-Ana. My father was done or Eze-Ana. And when he died, our family began to suffer. Oga, their forefathers did not practice Eze-Ana. Their forefathers practiced charms. And their forefathers was in the fast lane. And that fast lane is what killed your father or your forefathers. And that fast lane is what is bringing negativity in your family and what is tormenting your family today. And not Igbo spirituality. Are you following? What tormented your family is not Eze-Ana. What is tormenting your family is negative charms done by your forefathers. Are you following? So, is it the path you want to follow? Is it the path you want to follow? Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture, but today I hope you have understand the difference between Igbo spirituality and the occultic spirituality and fast lane. Let me stop here. If you have question, please send to me. My WhatsApp number is 0805 78 37 672. 0805 78 37 672. Let me stop here. If you have question in today's lecture, ask me. 0805 78 37 672. See you tomorrow. No gawa nke Eziokwu. Ọ bụrụ na ọnwa ebe ọjọọ eji wetu aja. Emechaa na ọ ya ekwu ome. Remain blessed. See you tomorrow.
Good day, my name is Chucks. If you're in need of building designs, we have years of experience helping people get the beauty of their dream house they have always wanted. Even if you have great fear of seeking for architect because of money, we can help. Don't put off getting your dream house that you deserve. So give us a WhatsApp chat via our Facebook page today at Fenwork Architecture. Fenwork Architecture gives you the best. Thank you.
Morning. Okay, my name is Machuku Francis Chukwuemeke. I'm from Anambra State, Nibo, precisely. Okay, to start with, I would say thank you for using that word beautiful. Those work we saw in Eziokwu TV, I'm the architect that designed it. I happen to be one of the 3 executive directors in Framework Architecture. Framework Architecture is a multidisciplinary integrated company that offers specialized and expert contracts and consultancy in area of architecture, civil engineering, project planning, interior designing. Okay, Framework Architecture was founded and began operating in 2010. The company is led by management team of 3 executive directors, and have assembled a group of experienced and professional technicians in both traditional and high technology. Thank you so much. Our mission is to provide a service to meet the challenges of building environment associated with the developing countries like Africa. We aim to provide a conducive and safety, affordable housing units. Okay, to reach us is so easy. We are everywhere here in Nigeria. Why I say that we are everywhere is that we go outside jobs, and any place you call us, we are ready to be there and achieve your requirements. So for our contact number, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number 070-6465-2451. I repeat, 070-6465-2451. Or you can also contact us through our email address, frameworkarchitecture@gmail.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.